Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenjam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Jona Prachodaya. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaste Narasimhaya Prabhadaladhajaine Hiranyakashri Purvakshaha Shrilatanganakalaya Ito Narsimha Bharato Narsimho Yato Yatoyami Tato Narsimho Vakir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimho Narasimhamadhyam Sharanam Tatye Tavakava Kamalavare Nakama Bhutta Shringham Davidahiranyakashipu Tano Vringham Keshavadrita Narahare Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Om Gandham Samarpayami Shri Ganesha Namaha. Shri Krishna Namaha. Shri Vishnu Namaha. Shri Narasimhaya Namaha. Shri Shiva Namaha. Jai Parvati Ma Namaha. Jai Radha Namaha. Jai Lakshmi Aye Namaha. Jai Saraswati Aye Namaha. Jai Durga Ma Namaha. Jai Kali Ma Namaha. Om Deepam Samarpayami Shri Ganesha Namaha. Shri Krishna Namaha. Shri Vishnu Namaha. Shri Narasimhaya Namaha. Shri Shiva Namaha. Jai Parvati Ma Namaha. Jai Radha Namaha. Jai Lakshmi Aye Namaha. Jai Saraswati Aye Namaha. Jai Durga Ma Namaha. Jai Kali Ma Namaha. Om Pushpam Samarpayami Shri Ganesha Namaha. Shri Krishna Namaha. Shri Vishnu Namaha. Shri Narasimhaya Namaha. Shri Shiva Namaha. Jai Parvati Ma Namaha. Jai Radha Namaha. Jai Lakshmi Aye Namaha. Jai Saraswati Aye Namaha. Jai Durga Ma Namaha. Jai Kali Ma Namaha. Om Jalam Samarpayami Shri Ganesha Namaha. Shri Krishna Namaha. Shri Vishnu Namaha. Shri Narasimhaya Namaha. Shri Shiva Namaha. Jai Parvati Ma Namaha. Jai Radha Namaha. Jai Lakshmi Aye Namaha. Jai Saraswatiyaye Namaha. Jai Durga Ma Namaha. Jai Kali Ma Namaha. We give honor, we give thanks, we give reverence, and we offer our prayers. We offer our heartfelt gratitude.
Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I got lost.
It's all right. Come on.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mother's Day weekend, very, very important in the Western world. I was watching this guy from Bangalore, and he was talking about Mother's Day, and he's like, in America, they just care about their moms for one day of the year. He's like, it's very sad. Yeah. But that's not true. Krishna Consciousness Saturday is the one of the highlights of my week. It's always an honor and a privilege to talk about the words of my spiritual master, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, who spearheaded the Krishna conscious mood, mission, and goals of Krishna consciousness to the Western world, to the decaying, poisoned Western world. All Srila Prabhupada did, and he did so much, but all he did was listen to the instructions of his spiritual master. That was the catalyst of his whole movement. He just listened and followed the instructions of his spiritual master. Krishna and Arjuna all Krishna did was speak to Arjuna. He didn't do godlike magic or any of that. He just spoke to Arjuna, gave him instructions. At the ashram here, we're just trying to follow the instructions of our spiritual teachers and our spiritual masters. And it's a great honor and a privilege every time I get to do this. And for everybody at home, Hare Krishna, thank you for joining us on the internet. The first prayer or the first invocation is Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shri Mati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Guravani Prachadane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastachaya Desha Tarine. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at His lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna, in the mood of Radha, came down to spread Krishna consciousness and to give us the exalted chanting of the holy name. Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya, lived in what's called ecstatic truth. He was there all the time. For humans, it's very hard to be in ecstatic truth all the time because that's seen as madness. But Chaitanya was a madman. A lot of my heroes are madmen. They're crazy for God. It's all consuming. The disciples of Chaitanya wrote many things, volumes, but Chaitanya himself wrote 8. He just wrote 8 things. The 8 shlokas completed by Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna in the mood of Radha as a devotee, said, "Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious." The scriptures say that chanting the holy name of God, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is always fresh on the tongue. It's always new. It's always exciting. It's always tantalizing. It's always fresh. Is the translation. Number 2. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, You have invested all your transcendental energies. They are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names, O my Lord. Out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction to them. The current of humbleness runs really, really, really strong through all of these shlokas. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. This is easier said than done, obviously, but it's great guidelines. It's like something to work up towards. Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, or do I want any number of followers. I just want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms of your lotus feet. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? When will the hairs of my body stand on the end at the recitation of your name? Oh, Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly in his embrace and makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Jai Chaitanya. Unconditional is a great word, and so is causeless, unconditional love, causeless mercy. Those are all currents that run deep in the scriptures. I talk about this a lot because love is unconditional. Because if it's not unconditional, then it's not love. It's working towards a goal. Love is love, period. There's no gratification that comes from love. That's a side effect of giving your love to something. Is your heart is fulfilled. And love is not attachment. It might cause attachment, but unconditional love is not attachment. The effects of true chanting, because you'll hear this a lot. What's true chanting? What's true devotional service? What's actual seva? The effects of transcendental ecstasy, because Chaitanya lived in a state of transcendental ecstasy. He was in the state of absolute truth all the time. Srila Prabhupada writes, in the beginning there may not be the presence of all transcendental ecstasies, which are 8 in number. These are being stopped as though dumb, and dumb is silent. Perspiration, standing up of hairs on the body, dislocation of voice, trembling, fading of the body, crying in ecstasy and trance. But there's no doubt that chanting for a while takes one immediately to the spiritual platform, and one shows the first symptom of this in the urge to dance with the chanting of the mantra. We have seen this in children can take part of the chanting and dancing. Of course, for one who is too entangled in material life, it takes a little more time to come to the standard point. But even such a materially engrossed person is raised to the spiritual platform very quickly. And when the mantra is chanted by a pure devotee of the Lord in love, it has the greatest effect on the hearer. And as such, this chanting should be heard from the lips of a pure devotee of the Lord so that immediate effects can be achieved. As far as possible, chanting from the lips of non-devotees should be avoided. Milk touched by the lips of a serpent has poisonous effects. That can be confusing because everyone can chant, right? But if you're not receiving your information from the proper association, it's going to lead you down not the wrong path, but a longer path. Because Chaitanya came down to show us the short path, the easy path. Chanting the holy name, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the fastest way to transcendental liberation. There's not a lot of dogma or accoutrement that's attached to that, so people get disenchanted with it and they want a bunch of candles and yantras and implements and big productions. But chanting on beads or not on beads, getting your mind in this infinite mantra, because the mantra is infinite. And when you chant, you tap into the infinite. You can go as deep as you want to with the mantra. It's an airplane and an anchor. And you tap in to the infinite. And that is stronger than any ritual implement, any big ritual, because you can do this at any time that you want to. You can access the energy of God. You can access the holy name anytime you want to. And when you chant, you're in the presence of God. You're in the presence of the energy of God. You're in the presence of the inspiration of God. You know, oh Lord, oh energy of the Lord, Radha, how can you engage me in your service? We, as humans, find it hard to live in the transcendental ecstasy all the time, but you can tap into that when you chant the holy name. It was given to us by Lord Chaitanya, who is Krishna in the mood of Radha as a devotee, to spread unconditional love and causeless mercy to all of us, and that is beautiful. That is, it's such a gift that I can't even talk about it. It's in everybody's heart if you just accept it. Find something really quick. Well, I lost my page. That is fine. We have to do a real quick class today because Kalavati has to teach at the university. Not too short. I'll read one other thing, and then we will start the kirtan. This is from Elevation to Krishna Consciousness by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I recommend all of these little small books. They are drops of nectar, and they inspire me every time I pick one up. I used to read a lot of different things. I read a lot of this now, and it's helped me immensely. Chapter 5, Krishna's energies. For Krishna, there is no difference between the spiritual and the material energy. For him, it's all the same. Sometimes electricity works for cooling purposes, and sometimes it works for heating purposes. But the energy generated from the powerhouse is all the same. Similarly, Krishna's energy is always spiritual, but it's acting in different ways. In a town, there may be a department of welfare and a department of police. In the eyes of the government, both are the same, for both are subsidiary parts of the government, but for the individual, they have different services. The material energy may be working in different ways that may not be very pleasant to the living entity, but that does not mean that the material energy is not likened by Krishna. It is as important as spiritual energy, but is engaged to punish a conditioned soul, just as the police department is engaged in punishing criminals. In the Rama Samhita, it is confirmed that Krishna's energy is always spiritual, but it is acting in different ways in different fields of activities. In relation to Krishna, there is no distinction between the energies, but for our understanding, we discriminate and say that sometimes the energy is working in a material way and sometimes in a spiritual way. We are thinking that the energy is hot or cold, good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant, but in fact, the energy is the same. Krishna cannot distribute inferior energy because he is not inferior. He is always superior, spiritual, and therefore his energy is always spiritual. Subhadra is the spirit of Krishna, and from her comes the incarnation of Durga, the personification of material energy. Subhadra is in the spiritual world and is and is eternally related to Krishna as his energy. But when Durga conducts her activities here in the material world, it is not that she is to be considered inferior. In the Bhagavad Gita, as well as the Rama Samhita, it is said that Durga, or Maya, is acting under Krishna's direction. So how can she be considered inferior? Criminals may think that the police department is an inferior governmental department, but the law-abiding citizens do not think this is so. It simply functions in a particular way. Similarly, the material energy has to act to bewilder the living entity who is under the direction of Krishna. We are the living entities within the material energy, and we are in this position because we wanted to dominate the material nature. Krishna has given us the facility saying, all right, you may try, but you cannot be successful. As long as we are in ignorance of how the laws of nature are working under the supreme direction of Krishna, we will continue to be defeated in our activities. I'm going to read that again. As long as we are in the ignorance of how the laws of nature are working under the supreme direction of Krishna, we will continue to be defeated in our activities. When we understand Krishna in perfection, we will automatically know the laws of nature and how they are acting. Vaishnavas are concerned with the background of laws of material nature. When we understand Krishna in perfection, we can understand that there is, in actuality, no inferior or material energy, but that everything is spiritual. We can understand that on the higher platform, whatever we are experiencing in the actions and reactions of the different energies of the Supreme Lord. When we understand Krishna perfectly, these distinctions of superior and inferior energies will disappear. Whatever is engaged in the service of Krishna is superior energy. In the higher sense, everything is serving Krishna, and those who are highly elevated understand this. The Lord has various energies confirmed in the Vedic literatures, yet the Supreme Lord personally has nothing to do. How is this? He has not strived for wealth, for all the wealth is his, knowledge, power, beauty, fame, they are all his in full. Nor does he manage direct universal affairs, for he has assistants who can conduct affairs while he remains in his abode. In the Sri Upanishad, Mantra 4, it says, the personality of Godhead, though fixed in his abode, is more swift than the mind and can overcome all others running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him. Though in one place, he has control over those who supply the air and rain. He surpasses all in excellence. Everything in this world, lives under the illusion and the sheaths of the material world. And it's the spiritual existence that we're concerned with, because that's the actual growth. That's what actually helps us grow. And chanting keeps the spiritual body limber and in shape, just like lifting weights, jogging, hiking keeps the physical body in shape. But your spiritual energy, as well as everything else, but your spiritual energy is connected to your soul. And your soul is the only part of you that's actually connected to God. So working on your spiritual energy and your spiritual soul connects you more with God and your real purpose on earth. And chanting just aligns you more and more and more with what you're actually supposed to be doing. And it cleanses the heart, and it cleanses the mind, and it sets all of your intents. And you know those experiments where they put salt or sand on a piece of like metal, and then they run like a violin bow on it, and all of the salt and stuff goes into like a form. When you chant, all of your atoms and all your cells and everything that you're composed of hones in on that transcendental vibration, and it all lines back up to where it's supposed to be. And that's why, constant chanting, mantra is only pushing you forward, and it's only going to help, and it's only going to align you towards your path. The Maha Mantra, the great mantra, is our greatest gift. It surpasses everything else. I had to learn this. I don't want to say the hard way, but through a lot of different paths, a lot of experimentation, a lot of accoutrement, a lot of ritual, a lot of dogma. In class the other day, we talked about sin and what is sin, because in the last instruction that Krishna gives to Arjuna, Krishna basically says, give up all forms of recognized religions, so just surrender to me, and I will free you of all sin. And what is sin? Because you can list sins, right? I was raised Catholic, and they said that Christ was on the cross for our sins. But the priest that I was raised around said it wasn't sins, it was sin. And the sin is us separating ourselves from God, or not remembering that our true purpose is of God. And that when we put things in front of God and that we don't remember that we're spiritual beings, that's the basis of the rest of the sins. So remembering that you're part and parcel of God and that you're part of the spirit soul separates you from the beginnings of a lot of sins. And that's what chanting does. It separates you from the catalyst of all of those bad activities, sins. So we'll do one round of the Maha Mantra, and then we'll do some Kirtan. Do you all want to take a break? Walk around, stretch your legs? No, you good? Okay. All right. Chanting on beads is called japa. And I'm sure that we all know this, but instructions are important. The largest bead is the guru bead, and that's for the spiritual master. And you hold that bead up to your forehead, and you give a prayer. That my guru bead just came off of my beads. So I'm gonna tie it again. It's all like that now. My beads are falling apart. Could you just hand me a thing? What is that? That's unfortunate. Alright. The first bead, the largest bead, is the Kuru bead. And you hold that up to your third eye, almost at your forehead, your third eye, your pineal gland. And you say a prayer for your spiritual teacher and your spiritual master, whoever that might be. And then after that, we chant. I give my respectful obeisances to A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, who pulled me out of the ocean of suffering and misery, and who brought me into Krishna consciousness and all of its healing glory. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Rama, Krishna All right. One round.
At breakneck speed.
At breakneck speed.
Wow. I like it when we go slower.
Yeah.
In unison.
Then we go, buddy. Do y'all want a break
That's up to you.
before we start? Well, I have to
You're
do all
guiding
this
us.
stuff. Yeah, for sure. We'll take a 5-minute break and then we'll resituate.
How would you like to rearrange that?
it's really for that individual to figure out for them who that is, and that changes sometimes. Most people, they end up with one who they're like, oh yes, I understand. And it's not always good. That's the catchy thing.
Bible, nice talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
That verse, Tuanada Pisanichanatarota Visahasanava, one should be more tolerant than the tree devoid of all sense of false prestige and ready to offer all respects to others in such a state of mind. I can chant the holy name constantly. What's interesting about that verse is you can chant the holy name and have false prestige and not be humble and not be tolerant. You can do that a lot.
Yeah.
But are you chanting the holy name?
Right.
That's the question.
Right. Right. And it gets into like esoteric like principles of like, you know, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Rama is the holy name, right?
Yes.
Those are the syllables of the holy name. But the meaning that's in between the syllables that comes from your heart is what pushes the whole
Very
name.
nice. Yes.
So if like you can say whatever you want to, you can say I love you, but like if you don't mean it, then it's not real.
Yeah, very nice.
So like
that's a nice revelation. The holy name is what's in between the syllables of Hare Krishna. Yeah, because you may think, well, I can chant the holy name constantly. Hence, I am definitely then free from false prestige and humble.
Right.
Because I'm chanting all the time. That's not the meaning of that.
No. It's like chanting is like base level, and then it's like how you act. I forget who said it, but he was like, chanting is really important, obviously, but it's how you act after you're done chanting is what's actually important.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Harmonium out?
Yeah.
What time do you have to leave to go teach?
Oh, not until 1 o'clock. We've got plenty of time. It's a little bit of a fast rush. Not needed.
Have you been practicing in the Mridanga?
Not like I should. What is practice, really? No.
You can pull the flowers over here too. All right, we want to start off with Hare Krishna? Yeah? All right. So we all know the words to this one. Yes? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We're bringing in to our heart, reaching in deeply and opening up our heart to pour out the nectar, that emotion of gratitude, that emotion, that desire for connection, that desire to feel united in the form of song. Because chanting is excellent and awesome. But sometimes when you add it into a strong, song structure, it opens up the material body and the mind in a very mysterious way. It's just simply mysterious. So let us open up our hearts. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari. Oh, feeling very excited. So we know if we've been chanting this before, Govinda, Gopala, the sweet, young, loving, playful version of Krishna. The one dancing around, playing his flute with Radha Ramana Hari. In the forest, joyful. And when I sing this song, I try to remember, can I see myself in my heart in the spiritual center? Dancing with Krishna, dancing with Radha, enjoying. And to really try to transport myself to that place. So we'll give it a try.
Right. Oh.
All right. One more button. So, Govinda Tete, Gopala Tete, Govinda Tete, Govinda Tete, Gopala Tete, Govinda
So nice.
Did you see yourself?
No.
Did you go there? Did you dance around?
Every time I went like this, it like stopped the rasa. It put the rasa on pause. For sure.
Yes. Does anybody else have something they want to share?
Share, did you say?
Thoughts?
I was thinking of Sri Radha. You said that mantra, Tanadapi Samichana, be more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, and in such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. And so, who chants the holy name of the Lord constantly? Who? Chaitanya, right? And Chaitanya's heart is whose? Shri Radha. What's the heart? What's a person without their heart? And so, Chaitanya is Radha. I asked my guru this once. I said, when Chaitanya speaks, is it Krishna or is it Radha? And she said, it's Radha. So Radha here, she doesn't have all sorts of forms and crazy pastimes and fighting demons. She doesn't even have that many names. All her names are Radha Vrindavaneshwari, which is the queen of Vrindavan. Everything based around devotion in Vrindavan. And so she doesn't, not only can she chant the holy name of the Lord constantly, she is the holy name directly. And so she's tolerant, completely humble, and totally devoid of a sense of false prestige. And so when we really, really come down to the essence of it all, it's really Radha. That's it.
Beautiful. Shri Radha.
I mean, so much so that Krishna serves her. Look, he likes to see her dance, and what does he do? He plays the flute so she dances.
Maybe we can spend a few moments just contemplating that dance, that interplay, and how we can invite it into our hearts and lives more and more and more. Close this circle with 3 Gayatri mantras to bring in that beautiful light into our minds, into our hearts, into all the 3 realms, and really inspire, aspire, I don't know which one, to being clearer channels. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona prachodayat. Om bhurvasva tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodayat. Om bhurvasva tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodayat. What are all the call outs that you do?
Oh, okay.
I like those.
Yeah, we'll do that. Respects to all the stuff. Jayam Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Parivrajapacharya Asvatara Sapta Shri Shrimad, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrind Ki, Srila Haridas Thakur Ki, Prem Sukaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Mayapur Navadvitam Ki Jai, Radhakun Shamakun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, the Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Granthara Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Shri Bhagavat Prasadana Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhaktavrinda Ki Jai, Gauda Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, everybody who joined at home. I hope you had a wonderful time chanting, singing, partaking.